What up? It's your boy, Drama House, A-Game Entertainment, man, Henry the Hustler. Today I want to do a recap. Two recaps in one. I want to do first the daylte. The daylte versus Pat Stay. I had seen daylte came out with the slavery shit on, you know what I'm saying, with the Ronald Reagan slave owner. I was looking like that shit kind of funny, you know what I'm saying, in a way. And Pat Stay had, you know, he a big dude, had the little funny hat on with the spin top. He was a little offended by that shit because, you know, a lot of people say Pat Stay is racist. And I fucks with Pat Stay. If you seen other blogs, niggas know that I fucks with Pat Stay. So if he is racist, I don't know and I don't see it, you know what I'm saying? But one thing I do see, I'm gonna get into as I go through the blog is something about Pat Stay I just don't like. But he a dope rapper, you know what I'm saying? I like his performance. But let's get into the first round. Pat Stay came out, you know, doing Pat Stay. Wasn't no Superman shit, but it was Pat Stay, you know, on his horse. Pat Stay had prepared for the battle. And he was going in, you know what I'm saying? He didn't even want the home field advantage. He went first, you know what I'm saying? Because I guess he could see that daylte, that shit, the antics that daylte brought, that daylte wasn't going to do a lot of rapping. So he felt like, let me just take this show over before daylte could get anything off. So basically that's what Pat Stay did by going first. He still took home field advantage because he went first, so daylte couldn't get no dumb shit off. So he went in, you know what I'm saying, and he first started off about talking about how he ain't no racist, you know what I'm saying? So that shit that daylte did really got to him a little bit. And he was all up in daylte face, hollering, talking shit, had the crowd on his side. Daylte turn came. He was picking cotton the whole time. He had some fucking slave shackles and shit on or whatever. He asked the slave owner, could he rap? And then the slave owner told him he could rap. And so when daylte started rapping and shit, it was like he wasn't rapping at Pat Stay, he was rapping to us, to the TV, to the people, like trying to get his message across about why he was dressed like that and what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? It took a minute to get into this shit. People really wasn't feeling it all like that, but there were people feeling it because they was getting the message that he was trying to send. But this is a battle, people, so it ain't really about messages, you know what I'm saying? But daylte got his own style, so he can do this type of shit. This first round, it wasn't fucking with Pat Stay round, period. You know what I'm saying? It was starting to look like after that first round that daylte was about to get his ass whooped. And that's really what happened. But daylte still was nice a little bit. But fuck it, let's get to the second round. Daylte verse was okay. And he was spitting a little bit of knowledge to the people. You had to catch what he was saying, but this is a title match. So being that, he should have been like wigging. Every 3 rounds he should have been wigging, but he didn't do that. But I still feel it was a classic. Before I can even finish the whole shit, it was a classic. Because when the second round came, that nigga Pat Stay was spazzing. They were saying in other blogs that Pat Stay wasn't really Pat Stay, like he wanted to give away the chain. And I ain't see that. I seen Pat Stay doing what Pat Stay do. That's the same Pat Stay. When he come to the stage, he perform, he be in your face, he do his thing. So I felt like Pat Stay was on his shit. And he was like, in the second round, he was going in. He was all in Day face. He was talking about Day. He was just rhyming, flipping Day name. He was just going in on Day, man. It was crazy, for real, yo. It was really crazy. And second round again, daylte went in. Asked the master, could he rap? You know what I'm saying? And the master said he could rap. And this time, his round was kind of weak. Because he tried to do some other shit. Like, it was weak. The round was weak, man. And it was so weak that Pat Stay in the third round, just got the styling on the nigga. Talking about the nigga teeth, because we haven't really ever seen his teeth. And when Daylight talked, he talked with his mouth closed, so you can't see his teeth really. So I was really tripping off that. Nobody had ever hit that before. And Daylight, he was getting under Daylight collar a little bit. I could see it in Daylight, you know what I'm saying? Because Daylight, all right. He wasn't even talking like the slave. You know what I'm saying? He had to catch himself to go back into that slave shit because the nigga was getting his ass ate up in there with the champ. He couldn't, you know what I'm saying? He couldn't do what he wanted to do with the champ. He could have did that shit with them other niggas maybe, but not with the champ. At a title match, Kotd, the white boys, and you the only black dude up there dressed like a slave on some bullshit. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? That really wasn't it. So when the third round came, you already knew the battle was over with. But Daylight asked, the slave owner told Daylight to put that mask on. And when Daylight put that mask on, he bought the bitch out of Pat Stay. That's what I wanted to tell y'all about earlier about Pat Stay. You can bring the bitch out of that big nigga, man. That's what's so crazy, because if Daylight would have spit 1 and 2 rounds like he spit the third round, he would have crushed that nigga Pat Stay. I mean, he would have buried him. And I was mad at Daylight for not taking that chain. But when and I was lightweight feeling like Daylight a bitch with this dumbass shit he doing. But when he came out with that third round and he put that mask on, I felt something like, this nigga Day is the fucking truth. This nigga Day, man, this nigga Day was all in that nigga face. And you know when you feeling some kind of way, you look down at your opponent. Because you know Pat Stay big. But you know when you not really feeling nothing, you just looking off like it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like nigga still. But when Daylight was in that nigga Pat face, Pat was like, wait, looking like a bitch. And it was like the battle. And it was like Daylight had won the battle with that one round. You feel what I'm saying? Because even though he didn't finish the whole round, as gangsters that fucking round was, the nigga said to the slave owner, do I gotta hit that man? Do I gotta keep rapping? And the slave owner told him, yeah, boy, you gonna have to keep rapping. I want you to keep rapping. And Daylight had some shit done early in the round where he was like, do I gotta keep rapping, boss? And he'll say, and the boss will say, no, you ain't gotta keep rapping. Go ahead. And when Daylight would turn around, the slave master hit him in the back with the whip and say, yeah, you gotta keep rapping. So this time, when Daylight asked him, did he have to keep rapping? And he said, no, go ahead. And Daylight went to turn around and he went to hit Daylight with the whip. Daylight turned around and caught his hand before he could hit him with it and took that bitch away from that nigga and beat him with the motherfucker. And that was gangster. You feel what I'm saying? That was gangster. Because at the end of the day, if Daylight knew, Daylight made Pat Stay feel like he was in fully control. And then the third round, he buried that nigga. He lost the battle. Daylight lost the battle, no doubt. But he did what he came to do. And you gotta applaud a man that can do that in a situation like that, man. That nigga Daylight is the fucking truth, man. For real. For real, man. So, big ups to motherfucking Daylight, man. For real. Drama House, man. A-game in the motherfucking tag, nigga. You dig?